So, you have laid your eyes upon Elder Scrolls Online. It's probably on sale right now, or maybe a friend of yours with 2,990 hours in the game suggested it to you, or maybe you just want to marry that e-girl with an Aigo face in game. Whatever your reason may be, you're wondering, could you play ESO? Because unfortunately, you live in the Oceanic or the Asian region. ESO only have North American and European servers, or should I say, mega servers. Will you be able to enjoy the game despite the fact that there are no nearby servers to you? Even though you would have a high ping? Short answer, yes. Yes, you will. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next video. See ya. Oh, you're still here. Then I guess I should discuss it more to you then, eh? Oh, and if you're Hannah, I have a message for you in the end. Oh, I I will be going through every activity in the game and discuss how the ping would affect your gameplay. If you live in Asia, your ping would be around 200 to 300. And if you live in the oceanic region like the Australia, I was about to say North Korea. I mean, if you live in Australia or New Zealand, then it would be much worse, which is you would probably have an average of 290-ish, or a range of 250 to 350, which is actually quite high for other games, like FPS games. But in this game, you can barely feel it on casual gameplay. So, speaking about casual, let's get started at the more casual part of the game, the overworld. All of those things that you could do in the overworld, public dungeons, public delves, questing, world bosses, farming. Have I already mentioned questing? Yeah, I did. You could definitely do all of that and your ping wouldn't matter at all. Next one would be PvP and Cyrodiil. And when I say PvP, I mean the open world PvP and the instance PvP called Battlegrounds. First of all, I would like to come out clean and say that I have stopped doing PvP like a year ago. So yeah, but I definitely have this kick-ass videos of me kicking ass on low-level battlegrounds. So I guess you can definitely do PvP. Just be aware that you are in a disadvantage because of the milliseconds delay that you probably wouldn't even notice. But hey, at least you could blame your ping whenever you're getting shit on. When you're getting shit upon. You're getting wrecked. When you are getting wrecked, you can definitely blame your ping. It is not because you lack skill, it is because you have a high ping. Always remember that, alright? Well, Cyrodiil, this place has always been a shit show. The lag, the accusations, but you can still play there. But then again, you just have a disadvantage. And hey, at least it's not your fault that you are losing. It's because you have a high ping. Never forget that. And also, all of the other players are definitely using cheat engine. I swear, dude. The EP are hackers, dude. Normal dungeons and veteran dungeons. Normal dungeons are easy peasy. There is no doubt in my mind that you could definitely do normal dungeons with a high ping. Enemies would literally melt before your eyes. Well, at least if you have a decent gear with you, or have someone carrying you through the whole goddamn dungeon. Veteran dungeon. This is where you get your endgame gear sets. Well, yeah, most of it at least. This can be a bit tricky, but based on my experience when I was at champion point 300, I could definitely clear veteran trial hard modes for the pledges. Even if you have a low DPS, you could still clear it. Most of the normal non-deal, most of the veteran non-DLC dungeons doesn't have a DPS race on it, so you can still clear it even if you have a low DPS. Also, this is a 4-man content. The other DPS can and will uh, balance out your damage, basically carrying you through it. I don't recommend this because they might get angry at you, but I swear you could definitely do this with a high ping. I've done it. You could do it. So in conclusion, you could definitely do veteran dungeons easy peasy if you have a decent gear. Normal DLC dungeons. Sure, you can do this. Just have a decent gear set and know the mechanics. It's just like normal dungeon, but this one had taken Adderall with an energy drink on it. I don't recommend doing it, I swear. Veteran DLC dungeon. This one is a special. Just like that girl that you have been looking for the past 22 years of your life. Of course, nothing is impossible to you. But then again, you can always blame your ping. Sure, you can do this, but I wouldn't recommend doing it without the end game gear or with people that are just on pugs, because most of them would just quit at your first wipe. It's a quite hard, but even people with low ping are actually having problems with this one. So again, it's not your ping's fault that you're having a hard time. It's just the way it is. Hard. Just like your life. Yeah. Normal trials. Treat this like a normal dungeons. Things melt fast, and now there are 12 people in the group. It's easy. Veteran trials. Just like the veteran dungeons, sure, it's easy enough even with the high ping, but I would actually really recommend farming the normal trials first so that you would know the mechanics, and at least you will have a normal gear sets to do it. Normal DLC trials. It's easy, ping doesn't affect it that much. Just know the mechanics and you wouldn't have a single problem. Veteran DLC trials. This one is hard. Any DLC stuff is hard. But can you do it? Of course you can do it. But I fully recommend joining a trial guild for this, because seeing a DLC trial, especially a DLC veteran trial with random people, is a rare sight to be seen in Cracklorn. If not, I don't think it even exists at all. And most guilds have a minimum DPS for these DLC trials. My average DPS on a parse is 70k DPS, and that's like the bare minimum for DLC trials actually. Well, at least on my guild. I mean, the guild that I am a part in, of course. And with my ping, the max DPS I got is 74k, and I am not doing things perfectly at that rate, which is actually already above the requirements. But I heard some Asians and Australians are hitting 108k DPS on the parse, so I'm pretty sure you can do better than that. And for the in-game DPS, I am getting probably 25 to 40k DPS, which is actually average too. So, and I made this patch like 2 to 3 patches ago, so a lot of stuff has already been buffed. So I'm pretty sure you would easily meet the requirements now. You just have to have the gear. You would easily meet the parse requirement to join a DLC trial on a guild. And the last, of course, but not the very least, because these are important, these are the solo trials, or the arenas, is what other people call it. Normal arenas are a walk in the park. Just you can do it in 20 minutes tops, and you can actually do it while watching a movie. But the veteran arenas is kind of a pain in the ass. But as you can see here, I'm gonna be showing it on the screen right now. These are the proof that you can do it. I have the perfected Weapons, I think I have done veteran arenas like 10 times probably to get what I want. I don't really know about the newest arena veteran Hallows. I don't really have Greymore yet. And actually, this is the last one, the 4-man arenas. Just like the normal ones, just like the solo ones, the normal ones are way too easy. Most of the time, you will just be waiting for the enemies to spawn. And the veteran ones, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's doable. I swear, nothing is impossible. And finally, the very last and not the very least, the most important question of all. Could you find true love in Elder Scrolls Online? And the answer for that is